He can make you great.
For all of y'all out there that's, you know what I'm saying, that for all my subs out there that, you know what I'm saying, that don't think Joe Mixon, you know what I'm saying, is worthy, Skip just basically picked Joe Mixon over all of these running backs.
6'1",
And look where they got Mixon.
Runs a 4.4 with moves. He can jump over people. He can run around people. He can make you miss. So in the end,
state my case, Skip.
I was in love with Leonard Fournette. I thought he was going to win the Heisman last year, and I have fallen out of love. And I'm falling out of love with his style in the NFL. He is Adrian Peterson-like, and we know what's happened. Adrian's still on the market. Obviously, he's had his knee injury.
With a little less wiggle than Adrian Peterson.
Little less, like a lot less wiggle. But he's your classic eye back where you need to line him up behind a fullback. It's 95% of Adrian's career carries in the National Football League have been out of the I formation. And the NFL is saying, we've moved past that now. We don't do that anymore. You need to be to the right or the left of the quarterback in the shotgun, and Joe Mixon can fill that bill.
At least we don't do that exclusively.
No, not that's right.
Bring AP to the Houston Texans. We run a lot of I formation. Shit. But nobody want to talk about that though.
Player in a vacuum. And that's what you're doing by not at least putting the baggage, as you called it. I would call it actually.
Oh man, now here go motherfuckers like him that.
With Joe Mixon, that has to be evaluated.
Okay, so that's why you have him at 39.
100%.
Okay, I got it. Well, then that's fair. That's fair. I thought you were just doing it in a vacuum.
Now, at some way, they are related. Because, Shannon, as you know, the distractions you bring can be outweighed by the talent that you bring
Absolutely.
at times. And so,
True.
Joe Mixon will likely get selected, but he's never going to get selected as high as he probably should. And he's not going to get selected as low as some think he should.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yes. It's going to be somewhere.
Could you see him going in the late first round?
Maybe. I think it's that's
he'll be a
lot
second
of
round
distraction to
pick.
Bring onto your franchise. This guy is a lightning rod, and he's probably the biggest lightning rod right now in the draft. So, do you want to welcome that into your locker room?
Just because of that video, right?
Absolutely. Okay. There's no question. And then I think the handling or mishandling, depending on your perspective, that Oklahoma had and Bob Stoops and
The man sat out for a year. What do you mean mishandled?
The video. When did they see it? He was suspended a year. Should they have ever let him back on the team? All of that is going to factor into this, at least from the public sentiment frame of mind. So that vacuum, I think, is.
Let me pause this shit real
problematic.
quick.
You can't select him as the number one running back in the draft because of.
All right. Y'all hear that shit? You know what I'm saying? Now, again, Joe Mixon, what happened with him, I'll never condone it. I'll never support it. You know what I'm saying? Although I'm willing to step out and say that these women, man, when you dealing with these athletes, leave them the fuck alone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's address that issue. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody's quick to say he's the football player. He's the icon. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's true. You know what I'm saying? But last time I checked, he's a human being just like me, just like you, just like you. You know what I'm saying? The other motherfuckers that's watching this video. You know what I'm saying? Just real talk. Now, when I say these women should leave some of these football players alone, I'm not sitting there saying don't date them or nothing like that. That's not what I'm saying at all. But and this is the pattern that I've noticed these women get into, you know what I'm saying, with these when it comes to these football players. And I'm not going to even do the air quotes domestic violence because it has happened, and it's been multiple cases where it's on camera, you know what I'm saying, being shown. But it's like I said, you know, a lot of these women, man, they realize that these dudes are getting ready to be millionaires, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I'm saying? So they fuck with them, you know what I'm saying? They fuck with them, and then when shit like that happens, you know what I'm saying, all of a sudden everybody, you know what I'm saying, is just stabbing them, you know what I'm saying, and stabbing the football player, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's just proclaiming him as a, you know, as a bad guy. I don't think, you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think Joe Mixon's that bad of a person. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I watched the video. I watched it all the way through. The only, like I said, I'm still, you know what I'm saying, against the fact that he struck her the way he did. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't have struck her anyway. I would have just left after she pushed me. You know what I'm saying? But again, man, these women, man, that's the issue that really need to be talked about. Like, y'all women, man, y'all feel like because these dudes are getting ready to be millionaires, and then y'all let it slide, and then once he gets ready to get drafted, you want to go sue him for it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like the law needs to, you know what I'm saying, put a statute of limitation on that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just a get rich quick scheme for these bitches. You know what I'm saying? And that's not fair, and it's not cool. You know what I'm saying? Now, and I'm gonna keep saying it, you know what I'm saying, because I've got two sisters, I've got a mom, you know what I'm saying, and I've got a girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? She's soon getting ready to be my wife. You know what I'm saying, I would never strike a woman, you know what I'm saying, like that. Nor do I feel like any man should ever strike a woman like that. You know what I'm saying? But y'all ladies, man, y'all need to take a step back and, you know what I'm saying, quit trying to get so physical with men when, you know what I'm saying, like, stop that shit. Like, for real. You know what I'm saying? You getting motherfuckers. I'm not gonna say black men because it's not all black men, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna use that stereotype or no shit like that, because I don't want people to think that, you know, I'm just all about, I'm not just about, black people, when it comes down to these type of situations. Man, but overall, man, from a talent standpoint, I do agree with Skip Bayless. Joe Mixon has the best skill set out of all of the running backs in this class. From a height weight standpoint, he checks the boxes. You know what I'm saying? When you want to talk about being able to pass block, he can do that, which makes him an incredible asset on third down. You know what I'm saying? And when you need to flex him, sorry about that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? When you need to flex him out or send him out in motion, you know what I'm saying? If you got a linebacker covering him and whatnot, he can go down the field and make catches like a wideout. Now, Christian McCaffrey can do that too, but overall, like they was just explaining, Joe Mixon is an all-around talent. He can run between the tackles, outside the tackles. You know what I'm saying? He can make catches out of the backfield, go up the field and make catches. He can pass block for you. And then, last but not least, when the blocking scheme is executed right, the man is a home run hitter. But everybody just says fuck all that because of the incident that happened with him. If you a Houston Texans fan and you thinking like that, you're thinking closed-minded, and that's the reason why Houston will never go nowhere. I'm a Houston Texans proud fan, my nigga. Like, real talk. You know what I'm saying? I wish I could see the tattoo. I'm a proud Houston Texans fan. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to come out and say it. You know what I'm saying? Houston, they not gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, make it to where they want to go by trying to get players that, you know what I'm saying, that's just, the goody two shoes. You know what I'm saying? Everybody ain't the goody two shoes, man. Like, let's call that for what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be 100 about that. And I'm actually starting to congratulate Rick, you know what I'm saying, as far as when players get involved, like with the incident with Jalen Strong last year. I'm not going to lie. Personally, I thought Jalen Strong was going to get cut. The moment I saw that shit pop up on my phone, you know what I'm saying, from the NFL app, I was like, fuck, we just lost a receiver. But it just so happened, Rick said, you know what, we're not going to cut you. We're just going to make it seem, we're going to report out there that you had an injury. Because that's basically what the fuck they did. I don't think Jalen Strong really got hurt. They penalized him for that shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, I hope he was constructive with his time, you know what I'm saying, using that to hone his skills and whatnot. Not only to, if he was hurt, to actually rehab and get better. You know what I'm saying? But personally, that's just my opinion on that. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, that's a sign of, good faith from Rick Smith, when you, because normally, look at the last guy that got, had a weed incident, the linebacker, Montgomery. they cut him without, you know what I'm saying, with the utmost quickness. You know what I'm saying? Him and that other guy. You know what I'm saying? That other linebacker. I forget his name. I think it's Williams or something like that. You know, they cut those guys, I think, within a few hours of that shit happening. You know what I'm saying? So the fact that he kept Jalen Strong, you know what I'm saying, it shows that he's willing to, you know, put up with some of it, you know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, you know, back to this whole Joe Mixon thing. Everybody's quick to, you know, just condemn this man like he's been, you know, 4 years in the league, you know what I'm saying? He's a multi-defender, you know what I'm saying? Like he's you know what I'm saying? Like he's done this multiple times, you know what I'm saying? Come on, man. The man hasn't played an NFL snap yet, and you already putting him on the goddamn cross. That ain't right. You know what I'm saying? Now, again, was the fact that he struck that lady, was that right? No. But you got to step back and ask yourself, was he punished for that shit? Yes. The man sat out a whole year, a whole football season. What more do you want from? What more do you want? What do you want? What would make y'all happy? For the man to die? Man, get your minds right, man, for real, because a lot of y'all got y'all head up y'all ass and y'all like it there. I ain't doing no shout outs today, man. As per usual, like, sub, and peace.